In today's video, we take a look at reports indicating how the next Xbox console will handle cross-generational gameplay and first-party releases. On top of that, we have a whole lot of other gaming news, so let's get into this video. Here we go, back at it yet again with another video. G'day guys, I'm Champ Chong, and if you guys want a giveaway for a brand new, brand new Nintendo 64. It's not used. Look at this. It's totally new. Make sure you simply, if you want to win that, make sure you simply smack the like button really good. Seriously though, isn't this one of the best gaming consoles of all time? Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite of all time is. I think this is definitely up there, but I can't make up my mind. Maybe the PS2, I don't know. But we're going to be talking about the actual next generation of gaming consoles with the Xbox 2, or whatever you want to end up calling it. It's probably not going to be called that. It's going to be the Xbox Scarlett by the code name that we are using right now. And basically, we have a couple of news reports to talk about in today's video. And the first one is about how the Xbox first-party games will be handled on the Xbox Scarlett. So essentially, for the first few years that the Xbox Scarlett is out, so that's the next Xbox console, once it is out, for the first few years, we will be seeing first-party titles on both the Xbox One, Xbox One X, and then also on the new stuff, which will be the Xbox Scarlett consoles. This is actually really massive news right here, so that essentially means we could see games like Halo, we could see games like Gears coming out on both systems. So if you're a PlayStation gamer out there, that would basically mean like if The Last of Us was to come out, it would come out on both last generation and the new generation. So that right there is really awesome. We've seen this before on previous generations too, but it's really cool to see that they are committing to this. Now, one of the key things to point out is that the next Xbox console, when it does have the same games as the current Xbox One consoles, there won't be any exclusive differences besides the graphics. The graphics will be the big change right there. And here's a quote talking about that coming from Windows Central. At launch, we've heard there won't be any Xbox Scarlett exclusive games for at least a few years. Games will ship on both the Xbox One consoles and on the new Scarlett consoles, as is typically the case during generational transition. Now, what is interesting to definitely note down that is that in the meantime, the big concern for the next console is going to be the operating system, because the next Xbox console will be having a completely new dashboard, a completely new operating system, but it's all going to be running off the Windows Core OS now, so that is going to be interesting to see how that is different to the current Xbox One operating system. But the thing to remember is that the same thing also happened last generation. We saw the Xbox 360 have a certain dashboard, have a certain operating system, and then once the Xbox One came out, it also had a completely refreshed design and a completely new operating system, and it was just still able to run games that are on both. Games were still made for both generations in that generational transition period for the first couple of years, but they're kind of actually focusing on it more this time around, so we'll probably see more similarities than differences, but also an updated, more improved, better running operating system and dashboard. Now, one key thing I definitely want to bring up here is that the next Xbox console better have a really good operating system and dashboard, because remember, when the Xbox One launched, that thing was one of the slowest, worst experiences I've ever had. I love Xbox, I love PlayStation, I love Nintendo, I love playing games on PC. No matter where I play my games, even games on my iPhone, like I play games everywhere and things just have to work. It has to allow me to simply, for example, I go on my phone and I go to the App Store and I simply just download whatever I want on here. So it's just how it is. On Xbox, however, when the Xbox One launched, that was one of the worst experiences ever. You would go on there and it would just be brutally slow. It wouldn't download things properly. You get a message, it would crash a certain game. It was just really bad. So hopefully Microsoft have learnt from that, and I'm pretty sure they have, because if you do take a look at the Xbox One now compared to the first day it launched, it is night and day. It is completely 100% better system. They revamped it. They worked from the ground up to make it an actually usable experience, and it is. So I'm just excited to see what they do with the next generation on the next Xbox console, and to see how they improve it and how it runs better and what it will actually be doing and innovating for us gamers. But we do have some more news regarding the next Xbox console, and it's something really quick that I just want to note down here, is that similar to the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, it will also have cross-generational play. So just like we're talking about with cross-generational, I should say, just that sort of semi-transitional period between the Xbox One and the next Xbox generation, we are also going to see games online playing together, which is just awesome news right there. Now, this isn't 100% confirmed like it is with PlayStation. Xbox haven't officially stated this publicly just yet, but it's coming from inside sources, people that have leaked stuff previously that has come true regarding the next Xbox, and also E3 stuff that has been coming around with Phil Spencer. So it is exciting times. I'm going to have a blast playing with friends who don't upgrade right away, and it's going to be awesome. And then, for example, a game like Call of Duty is going to be not cross-generational, I should say. You'll be able to play along PlayStation and Xbox and PC, and it's going to be awesome. And that takes us to our next news report in today's video, and it is about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So if you don't know already, what I was just talking about with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it will be cross-platform. So you'll be able to play and do cross-play between different consoles and systems. It's going to be awesome. But that's not the thing we are talking about, because I've already talked about that in a previous video. We are talking about some leaked details regarding the game. So this showed up right here, showing us more details about the game. It says network players 2 to 20. This is actually coming from the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Store. So you can see this game will allow up to 20 players in the online modes. Now, one thing to note down, definitely right here, with a 20-player cap hit, that means we most likely won't be seeing a Battle Royale playable mode in this next Call of Duty game, which kind of sucks, but what we will see are some other modes. And one of those modes will be something along the lines of Spec Ops. You know those modes in the Infinity Ward series where you work together? It's similar in a way, I guess, to Zombies. It is kind of the Zombies equivalent that Treyarch has, but with Infinity Ward. So there will be a mode like that. So that's another thing that won't be in here. So Battle Royale definitely won't be in here. And then Zombies. So Zombies will not be in here. Obviously, this is not a Treyarch game, but an interesting thing is there was an interview that happened at PlayStation Lifestyle that revealed all this stuff. And they actually talked about what they're doing, and they said that they will not have a Zombies mode, but they are going to have this mode, which will allow players to work together, similar to how Zombies and Spec Ops in the past have done so. It's going to be story-based, it's going to have a lot of different story elements, and it's going to allow you to work together as a team in a really cool scenario. So I can't wait to see what they do right there. You guys can pretty much see on screen, kind of, you can pause it if you want, just to read what they say in this bit right here. But I've linked more of that in the description down below, because we still have more information regarding Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So one of the big things is microtransactions. They stated there won't be a season pass and microtransactions, none of that stuff. So everyone was really, really excited. However, we do have some sort of sad news regarding this game and microtransactions, because, well, there are going to be COD points in the game, but sometime after launch. So they won't be there on the first day that the game comes out. We won't see Call of Duty microtransactions, the COD points in the game right away. They're not going to be there at launch, but Activision are going to launch it later on down the line, and I think this is kind of messed up. I'm pretty sure they did something similar along these lines with Black Ops 4, if I remember correctly. I don't know, that game was kind of forgettable. Ooh, I shouldn't say that. No, it was a good game. It was alright. But, like, you can't just go, hey, here's this game, and then reviewers review the game, and it gets these amazing reviews. This game's great. You can play online. There are no microtransactions. And then 2 months later, hit people with microtransactions. That's just dirty. You add things that will cost players extra additional money later down the line. I think the game should be the way it launches. I don't know. I think this could backfire on them this time around, that the news is out there way beforehand compared to last time with Black Ops 4, where it didn't launch with microtransactions, and then they kind of just sprung it up on everyone sort of out of the blue because there wasn't that much talk about it. They're like, apparently they said some stuff in the past, but then they just threw it out there out of the blue. So I don't know. I think that's kind of messed up what they're doing, but I don't know. I'm probably not going to spend any money on this game once I play it. I usually don't care for the cosmetics and stuff in Call of Duty games anymore. And then on top of that, the maps are free, so it's going to just be like gun skins, character skins, all that kind of stuff. But it's not going to come down to actually getting weapons or maps or anything along those lines. Hopefully not, because that'll just be real dirty. But hopefully they just don't have loot boxes, because that would be even worse. But we move on away from Call of Duty, talked about it enough already, and we move on to our next news report on today's show. But it's something that's kind of out of the blue. It's Final Fantasy VII's Remake has been listed for Xbox One by GameStop. It looks like it's launching in the first half of 2020, so I'm guessing maybe a March or a May release date sometime next year, so in just about a year from now. Now, the reason this is so interesting is that if you didn't know, when Final Fantasy VII's Remake was confirmed that Square Enix was working on this game, that it is coming. It's been many years, by the way. This has kind of been in the background. They've been working on this for years. When they did announce this, it was only going to be on PlayStation. It was going to be an exclusive PS4 game. Well, that's pretty much what everyone thought, but they never actually said anything along those lines, but they only ever sort of marketed it towards the PlayStation 4. But now, it looks like it's coming to the Xbox One as well, which is just awesome news. From everything we've seen of this game, which isn't much, and everyone's always loved Final Fantasy VII. It's one of the greatest games of all time. I don't know how many of you guys loved it, but it is regarded as one of the top games of all time, just on everyone's lists. And I agree with it. It is pretty much a masterpiece for its time, in its generation. It is quite old now, but with its remake coming, it's going to introduce a whole new generation to an incredible story, and I can't wait to see that. Video games can bring out the best in people, it can connect people, it gives you an amazing story, an amazing experience, and it takes you to a completely brand new world. So Final Fantasy VII's Remake isn't just going to be for PlayStation games, it's also going to be on Xbox, which is awesome, because that allows more people to have those amazing experiences. But anyway, guys, that does it for today's gaming news. Hopefully you did enjoy it, and if you did, you know what to do. You simply just smack that like button real good. And yeah, if you're a brand new viewer around here, make sure you click that subscribe button. And also, if you are subscribed, make sure you have that notification bell on, because that way you get notified when my videos come out. But that's it for today's gaming news. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.